The low hum of the Oceanographic Research Station 12 vibrated through the metallic floor as I maneuvered the robotic drone closer to SCP-045. The icy structure loomed larger on the monitor, its complex patterns of planar fractures catching the faint glow of the chamber's neon gas. I had been chosen for this mission due to my expertise in anomalous materials, but the reality of working with SCP-045 was more daunting than I had anticipated. Adjusting the drone's angle, I spoke into the comms, my voice echoing slightly in the enclosed space. Initiating analysis of the surface fractures. As the drone's sensors swept over SCP-045, I felt a shiver run down my spine. The object had an unsettling beauty, a crystalline perfection that seemed almost alive. I recalled the briefings about its unpredictable rotations and the associated seismic activity. "Come on, stay still," I muttered, my fingers tense on the controls. The last thing I needed was for SCP-045 to start rotating while I was still in proximity, leading to a breach. At that moment, the lights in the chamber flickered ominously. "Structural integrity compromised. All personnel must evacuate." The alarm blared through the speakers, drowning out my thoughts. I felt my heart race as I initiated an emergency protocol, retracting the drone. "Status report," I shouted, barely able to hear myself over the sirens. "Monitoring shows seismic activity escalating," came the hurried response from the control room. "SCP-045 is stabilizing." "No, wait, it's rotating." My breath quickened as I watched the drone's feed. The icicle structure spun gracefully, and I could see the tremors ripple through the chamber. Each movement felt like the Earth itself was responding to its presence. "Get the drones back, now!" But it was too late. The seismic events intensified, resonating through the ocean floor, and I could only watch helplessly as the readings spiked. "We're going to breach," I yelled, realizing the danger was real. "Evacuate immediately." With a final frantic maneuver, I pulled the drone away, but it was too close to the object. The feed flickered, and in that moment of chaos I saw something shift, a flash of color swirling around SCP-045. Suddenly, everything went still. The alarm ceased, the vibrations stopped, and I was left in a chilling silence. "What just happened?" I asked, my voice trembling. "Unknown," the technician replied, voice strained. "No readings. It's like it's dormant." I leaned closer to the monitor, scrutinizing the last frame captured before the feed cut. The icy structure had transformed. It wasn't just spinning. It had altered its shape, expanding outward, its surface shimmering ominously. "Wait, there's something in the water," I gasped, pointing at the screen. The saline water around SCP-045 was bubbling, and as I watched, small crystalline forms began to rise to the surface. "Get the containment net ready," I ordered, but my heart sank as I realized the truth. The icy structure was not merely an object, it was a catalyst, creating life where there was none. Simple amino acids, microorganisms, all emerging from the depths. "Containment breach imminent!" The alarms blared back to life, and I felt a wave of despair wash over me. "Seal the chamber. Seal it now." But the reality struck me hard. The very thing we were trying to contain was now spilling into the ocean, creating an ecosystem that shouldn't exist. Then it hit me. The structure wasn't just an anomaly. It was a creator. SCP-045 didn't just react to its environment. It transformed it, turning nitrogen into water, argon into salt, and now hydrogen into life. The lights flickered again, and I realized I was witnessing the birth of a new world beneath the ocean. But as I stood there, paralyzed by the implications, a chilling thought crossed my mind. Who was to say it wouldn't do the same thing to humans? Just as I turned to relay my thoughts to the team, the chamber shook violently, and a blinding flash erupted from SCP-045. The last thing I remember was the deafening roar of the ocean collapsing around me, and the stark realization that I had unwittingly initiated something far beyond our control. The chamber imploded, sealing our fate, while the icy structure continued its rotation, creating life from death, a silent witness to its own catastrophic legacy.